Hello, you family. I'm going to sing a song with you called Shine on Me. It's an amazing spiritual that anybody can sing. And in these days when the things that we're dealing with, the feeling separate and all of that, and things seem so hard, this is one of those songs that you just throw your head back, put it in your medicine kit. All you have to do is ask. And here's how it goes. Shine on me, oh shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me, oh shine on me, yes shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me. Lift me up, oh, lift me up. Let the light from the lighthouse lift me up, oh, lift me up, yes, lift me up. Let the light from the lighthouse lift me up, oh, hold me close, yes, hold me close. Let the light from the lighthouse hold me close. Yes, hold me close. So hold me close. Let the light from the lighthouse, please hold me close. So shine on me, shine on me, yes, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me, oh, shine on me, yes, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me.
Come down to the water, rest your troubled mind. Forget about your scars, and I won't think of mine. The full moon on the rise is calling us to part. You will travel safely if you listen to your heart. You got to listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. You will travel safely if you listen to your heart. the messenger is angry, and the toys refuse to sing, and everyone is talking, but no one hears a thing. They tell you that you're lost, and there's heartache in the cards. You won't be led astray if you listen to your heart. Yeah, listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. You'll be led astray if you listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. You won't be lazy if you listen to your heart. Caesar's got his armies, and the thieves have got the gold, and the people won't stop dancing while the fires burn in Rome. There's a brakeman with a lantern, and he's waving on the train. So come on, get on board, you can't go back from where you came. Now faith is all there is, like it was at the start. You'll wear that train if you listen to your heart. You got to listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. You won't hear that train if you listen to your heart. You got to listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. You won't be led astray if you listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. You will travel safely if you listen to your heart.
Howdy. Hey, y'all. Thank you. Sure is nice to be here and nice to see your faces. Does anybody not know where they are? I mean, we as a people can have a lot of question about that, but I think we're all at All Souls here on this Sunday morning, and we are here together in covenant with one another about how we want to treat one another and how we want to try to live our lives, working to make the world a more compassionate place that treats respectfully all people, because everyone has inherent worth and dignity, right? We are here because we believe it matters how we live, and it matters, how we treat one another. We don't have to think alike in order to believe those things in common and to hold love as the core principle of a life worth living. So, to that end, whoever you are, whatever your age, race, origin, orientation, background, status, ability, identity, if you care to be here with us in mutuality, you are always, always welcome. Do we have announcements from a board person this morning?
I wanted to welcome Barbara back. She's been on leave, for those of you who do not know, and so this is her first Sunday back, and I'm delighted. She adds a good charge to our service. The music is always wonderful. We have Artist Sunday next week, and would like for you to remember that. And that means that we have a lot of people that are doing different kinds of art that are represented here for the service. And so it's a unique service once a year. And so we invite you to come back if you don't know what that's like. It's going to be interesting. We have water communion. This is something that you need to look forward to the 31st. We have a water communion. If you have some stories from this summer that you wanted to share with us, and you have some water to represent symbolically that whatever it is that you want to talk about, the experience you had this summer, then you bring that water and we mix all of our waters together to form one. So, and then also we have a swim party following that. So, and that's at Kathy Osuch's house and Mike Roberts. And Kathy happens to be the person of the month that we're honoring. And she is here in spirit, yes. And but so at her house, the 31st, and we'll have pizza there for you. So if you'll bring your swim stuff and come and enjoy the water Sunday, and then we'll go swim. Okay, and then the give away the plate this month, and once a month we every month we pick a different person or group to honor, and we're doing Red River Radio, which I. For those of you keeping up with the news, you know they didn't refund it in our government, so PBS and our radio and NPR. So we're going to be losing some of those in some places, and we got to keep ours here and keep it strong. So I am so glad that you're here, and if you have questions from me or any, yeah, Bob?
Is the Highland dinner next Thursday?
Yes.
Excuse me, okay? The Highland, it's every month on Thursday, right?
Yes, the first Thursday.
The first Thursday
Is our time, okay, yeah. So if you want to volunteer for that, and that's at the Highlands at the old Highland Baptist Church. So on Highland. So welcome here, and let's have a good service.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, if you can't find Highland Baptist Church, you might want to look for Church for the Highlands.
Or the Highland Center, that works too.
Right.
520 Olive, corner of Olive and Highland. And yes, this is our Thursday. Thank you, Bob, for reminding us. This is every first Thursday is our turn to host. This is a very fun, pretty easy volunteer job. I mean, it can get very busy, but you can either serve, kind of be the wait staff, or some people call it the best job in the house. You can host, where you actually sit and eat the meal with the guests and make conversation and just make them feel welcome. So, and some people that frightens them, and that's okay. You can be a server. And some people think, yeah, I want to sit down and have a good meal with some folks. So whichever one of those things appeals to you, join us. It's 5 o'clock Thursday evening at the Highland Center, 520 Olive Street. And if you want to know more about it, you can talk to me after church. One other thing I did want to mention is we are having a yoga for Palestine on It's August 30th, which is the day before the water communion and swim party. It's that Saturday. There will be 2 sessions. The session will be the same. So you can either come at 10:30 in the morning or at 5 in the afternoon. You can do both if you want, but I'm just telling you, it's the same session. And it's by donation, and it's to benefit the Al Jawad schools, which are tent schools that are being set up, attempted at least to set up in some places, on the Gaza Strip for children who've been, who are not in school right now, who've been displaced from their education. So it's a great cause. It's a wonderful. Dr. Matili Bhatt is going to be teaching the classes, and she's great, and it's all abilities. So join us for yoga on the 30th. Thanks.
I'm going to clap on the backbeat, and we're going to sing this differently than we usually do. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near. 3, 4. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near. Thank you. This is from Linda Hart. Every day is a new start, every year a beginning, and so we'd like to believe, and we don't know, can't anticipate where we will go, what will happen, what delights await, what heartbreaks will tear us open, the paths, the unexpected that open before us. Even knowing that, we lean our lives in particular ways, focus on particular moments, incline our attention to what is in our hearts and lives and hands to offer. We know for sure that ours is in the going, finding what is on the path and off, in giving and creating what we can. We come here amidst the discoveries and delights, the worries and woes, to find a moment, to connection, to pause on the journey, in gratitude and sorrow. It's good to be together. Could I have someone help me with the first part of the chalice lighting? Thank you.
We light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian
Universalism.
This is the church of the open mind. This is the church of the helping hands. This is the church of the loving heart. Together, with mind, hands, and heart, we care for the earth and for each other.
We light our chalice in the spirit of transformation. Nothing stays the same. Everything moving, shifting, changing. Guide us all to a wild and holy vision of our shared community and humanity. Would you please rise in body or spirit and join me in the unison affirmation? Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer, to dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve human need to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with sacred. Thus do we covenant with each other. Our opening hymn is Come and Go With Me.
Saying that said, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. You heard that before? Do you believe that? No, thank you. Okay, my story's done. No, I think words, I had a friend who had a different version. Sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can break my heart. And I think that's much more accurate. And on that note, I want to tell you this little story. I've told it before, but it's been a while. There was a boy who was growing into a young man and realizing that he really had a problem with his temper. It had gotten him into all kinds of trouble. It had made him say horrible things to people he loved most in the world. And he realized that he really needed some help with this. He needed to somehow work on this and try to fix it. Because he knew as he was getting older, he was getting into bigger kinds of trouble. And it was just not, it was not going to end well. And so he went to his father. And he said, I need help with this. And he remembered that his father got mad a lot when he was little, and he'd really kind of settled down. And so he thought maybe he could learn something from how his father managed that. And so his father went to the garage, took him to the garage, got a hammer and some nails, and they went out to the back fence. And he said, I want you every time you feel like you're losing your temper, or every time you do lose your temper, I want you to come out here and I want you to hammer a nail into this fence for every time that you either lose your temper or you feel that coming on. And he said, okay, I'll try this. And so for a time, for a good while, for, I don't know, let's say a couple of weeks at least, he would have this happen. He would say something horrible to somebody, or he would, he would just feel it rising up in him, and so he would go and he would hammer a nail into the fence. And he found something out about that. He found that hammering that nail in the fence, it kind of helped with those aggressive feelings. So that was one thing. But after a time, when the fence was just full of nails, he realized it's a lot harder to go out and hammer a nail in that fence every time, especially, when it was getting to be summertime like this, and it was just hot to be out there hammering nails into the fence. So he said, it seems like it's maybe getting easier to control my temper and think of better ways to deal with my anger, because we all get angry, right? We all get angry. And it's the way we deal with it that is how we grow as a person, that helps us grow and improve as a person. And so he really, what? Yeah. Yeah. But thank you for that reminder. So he starts to think, so his dad says, okay, you're doing a lot better. You're not having to hammer as many nails in the fence. Now, when you come to a time where you have controlled your temper and you have successfully handled it in a different way, used your words, used your calmer words, and really tried to work things out in a way that's not with anger, you can go and pull a nail out of the fence. And so over time, he did this. He realized it was getting easier to stop. What's one thing we say when you're about to do something? What's one thing we say you can do that's really easy, that's really basic to life on earth? You can breathe, that's right. So he found he could take a breath, and he could go and take a nail out of the fence. And over time, all the nails were out of the fence, and he felt better about his life, his relationships with his friends and his family, and everybody were just going so much better. He felt so much better about his life. So then his father took him out to the fence and said, you've done so well, but look at what's here. And what was in the fence? Holes. That's right. There were holes in the fence, because once you've said something hurtful, yes, by all means, you can apologize. Apology is a really good thing. An apology that begins with, I'm sorry and not, I'm sorry you took it that way, is really great. So apology, that's important. That's part of how we heal our relationships, how we heal as human beings. But he said also, look at all of these holes that were the result of your rage and your anger sometimes at the people you love the most in the world. So this is just something we can all think about when those angry words start to rise up within us. What's a better way to say it? How can we deal with these feelings? How can we take a breath? Anybody got any strategies for what you do when that happens?
Count to 10.
Count to 10. That's a really good one. Anybody else? Yeah, Elizabeth. Thank you. Focus on that. I think I did hear really like. Focus on something you enjoy or something you really like. Thank you. That's really good when you can turn your focus to something positive in your life. And of course, the ever popular oxygen. Yeah, Tina. The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's right. 5 things you can see. You can name them out loud. 4 things you can hear. 3 things you can, what is it? Touch. 2 things you can smell. Yeah. And then the last one is what? Big breath, right? Big deep breath. So it's good. Thank you for remembering that one. Yeah, Bob.
Smile at the person who offended you.
Oh. that could work. That could work. He said, smile at the person who offended you. I would just say, as long as someone hasn't told that person to smile and that person is a woman. Because that's a whole other issue, all right, that we were just talking about this morning. Anyway, we are singing a song before we sing the kids out, and I actually remembered that, so I'll invite the choir to come and join me.
We gotta give the good news back home. We gotta wind our courage up. Get ready to face down the shadows with justice only born of love. We gotta give the good news back home. Our hope is ours to spread around. To those who might become disheartened, by covenant we're bound. Strength of character, faith under fire, hope and courage to mind the gap, and boldness to inspire. We gotta give the good news back home. We know the justice arc is long. Since nothing hateful conquers hatred, we let compassion lead us on. We gotta give the good news backbone. We have a lot of light to spread. We're people of a constant vision. Get set for what's ahead. Deep integrity, heart for the weak. Our hope is not naive. repeat. Act, restore, repeat. Quote, resist, repeat. We gotta give the good news backbone. We gotta wind our courage up. Get ready to face down the shadows with justice born of love. With justice born of love. With justice born of love.
Now we'll sing them out. Go now in peace. Go now in peace. Make us to our love surround you. Everywhere, everywhere you may go.
This reading comes from Tomo Hilbo. Tomo served as the director of communications at Meadville Lombard Theological School, which is one of our two primary seminaries for Unitarian Universalism. She did that for 7 years before transitioning to the graphic design role at that school. And now they is pursuing an MA in art therapy and counseling at Southwestern College in Santa Fe, New Mexico. But this is from Tomo. First, she opens with a quote from Vanda Scaravelli. A rigid mind is very sure, but often wrong. A flexible mind is generally unsure, but often right. She writes, I've never encountered a Japanese household without a rice cooker. Rice is more than a staple food for us, it's our culture. Our reverence for rice, combined with our love of tech gadgets, has begotten rice cookers that are almost artificially intelligent. We are absolute rice nerds. When I moved out of Japan 30 years ago, I started making rice on the stovetop. Have you tried baking bread within an oven? Without an oven? That might be an equivalent, but I learned. By the time I got divorced, I had nearly 20 years of rice cooking without a rice cooker experience, and I was very proud and sure about my skills. But after the divorce, my rice started tasting not so great. It was dry, it lacked luster and bounce, just like how I felt at the time. I was still quite confident in my method and skills to make good rice. A decade later, I realized what was wrong. My mind was stuck on the certainty that I knew how to make rice well. It didn't even occur to me that the knowledge I held dear might need to change. I started noticing things that weren't the same after the divorce. Cooktop was gas before, and now it was electric. The pots, I had left my old trusty pots with my ex, and measuring cups the same as pots. Almost nothing was the same. No wonder my rice didn't taste the same. It's astounding that I was so sure of myself I couldn't notice any of this. This stickiness of mind, how our minds tend to fixate on one idea, happens everywhere. I hear people complaining about an event I help organize, even after changes have been made and the event hasn't been the same for years. I encounter people who keep assuming something about me, and I have to keep reminding them that it may be true for some Japanese women, but it is not true for me. Oppressive systems thrive in minds that are sticky, no matter how good our intentions are. We must unstick our minds if we want to bring change into the world. I will remember this every time I cook rice from now on. I need a constant reminder to monitor the stickiness of my mind. And here is her prayer. Here is their prayer. Spirit of life and love, grant us courage to be vulnerable, to know that we are often wrong, and wisdom to amend our mistakes and find new ways of being. May the grace of Spirit bless us with humility for self-examination and bravery for a lifetime of transformation. Take me to the other side this morning. Make a fresh start on shore. As soon as my feet hit that hillside, I'm feeling better than before. If all of my landmarks crumble, the wind will still know my name. So take me across where I'm never lost. I've got some wild horses to tame. Take skipping of time as a warning. My best could slip out the door. But every time I move toward that mountain, it's calm that guarantees me more. wipe my eyes, backtrack to apologize, write it down, meditate, do my best to clear the slate, all kinds. Clumsy choices still get through and make some mess I can't undo. Consequence I can't escape. Mark the time and learn to wait. Take me to the other side this morning to make a fresh start on shore. As soon as my feet touch that hillside, I am seeing better than before. And if all the landmarks crumble, the wind will still call our name. Oh, take us across where we're never lost. We've got some wild horses to tame. That was part of what I did while I was away. And thank you. I hold this space and our time together as really quite precious. You're amazing, inspiring, admirable, and beautiful people. I only hope I can serve in some way, small way, to help you stay that way. For generations now, as we've learned more about what exactly is entailed in this, we've endeavored to make this a more and more safe place, a more and more inclusive place. A place where we grow in our capacity to treat respectfully those with differing paths and opinions. We learn at different paces, right? We learn in different areas first. Not everybody learns this part first. Maybe they learn this part first, but we're kind of like this. And because of that, we can all learn from one another. We are living in a world of trouble. And this troubled world needs us. She needs us to be as clear and present as we can be. We need to be able to show up, right? And if we're exhausted, if we're burnt out, if we're frustrated all the time, if we're angry or at stuff all the time, that's really not an effective place to show up from, right? So, in order to even be effective when we show up at a protest, we need to be doing the self-care it takes to keep us balanced, to keep us grounded, keep us cleared out, to help us get clear and stay clear. I don't know how many of you have daily spiritual practices. I hope all of you do. There was something that we used to talk about, and I heard this model from First Unitarian Universalist Church in Dallas. You have a daily meditation, weekly participation, monthly small group, an annual retreat, and a once-in-a-lifetime pilgrimage. I don't think those are optional tools. They feel like they are essential in order to make us the people we need to be in order to show up. Right now is a time when movements need to be growing. And the only way that we make those things inviting when people do show up is if we have done the self-care before, so that it's a welcoming engagement, right? I was listening to a broadcaster that I listen to sometimes recently that is very hopeful because of all the places that people are showing up and how consistently people are showing up. But she pointed out that for those movements to grow, people need to be consistent with showing up when they can, and also make the experience of showing up something positive for the people that do it. So when new people come, they are glad they came. She also mentioned that in our awareness of the people around us, we need to, she didn't say it like this, but we need to be ready to not have a sticky mind and hold on to what we expect out of people around us. Because we need to be making space for people who may want to change their mind. We have to be a welcoming place for people that we may have had different ideas from before, without taunting, without making fun of them or a joke out of it or drilling or grilling or any of that kind of stuff. We just have to have room and an openness to people who may be testing the water to see if this is a safer place. That takes a lot. So I'm back to remind us that being responsible to the world around us requires of us that we are responsible to our own spiritual well-being. It's not an option. I am here to remind us that the causes we care about, the country that we have enjoyed these freedoms in, all need us to be able to find places of peace, no matter what's going on around us. When we get out of sorts, most likely our responses aren't our optimal response. Our energy is not optimum, and we are more likely to burn out, get exhausted, feel disheartened or irritable. Our physical well-being is not as robust when our spiritual well-being is not robust. We don't make decisions that are as sound. I know you all know all of this. But I just thought, coming back, it's a good place to start again. A month from now, will be, no, we're just at the beginning, a month and a half. Middle of September, whenever that is, We're going to be doing our rituals of clearing and letting go. And I wanted to give you ample time to think about that stuff, things that you may need to forgive yourself about, things you may need to forgive other people about, things you may have clung to that you need to let go of intellectually, mentally, emotionally, because in that ritual, we write down what, not books about it, but just in some fashion, we write down something that indicates that to us. And then we either dissolve what we wrote that on or we burn it. Some of that will depend on the weather and whether they're burn bans and things like that. But we will be letting go of stuff. So you've got a lot of time to work on this. We'll be doing a little bit ahead of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur this year because the weekend we would ordinarily do that, I won't be here. So, like the Time for All Ages reminded us, the things we let out in the world can be amended, but they can't be completely undone. If there's someone whose face we've gotten in, odds of us being a bridge for them are not really great. So we try not to do that. I don't think that many of you are that sort of aggressive people anyway. But sometimes it's really hard to hold your tongue. How many of you do your best work when you're tired? How many of you feel like you don't have time to rest because you have too many responsibilities? How many of you might be able to make at least a very few minutes that are intentionally set aside for finding peace in your own being? So this morning, I want to begin reminding you that you are uncommon people. Y'all are not the average Joe on the street. What you do and who you are is incredibly important for the balance and the love in the world, the compassion that we stand for, the love that is our doctrine. It's really important that you take care of you. And then it's important that we show up for each other. That we do what we need to clear any debris that may collect between us or along our paths. Keeping our vessels clear so that we can listen to our hearts and actually hear what they're saying. We take ourselves to the other side, where we always find ourselves, find that which is greater. That's how and where we get backbone. That is also the kind of engagement for and with things that we believe in that create freedom and help us spread the ideals of freedom. Would you join me, please, in our closing hymn, I Wish I Knew How It Would Feel to Be Free? Rise in body or spirit, please. We'll just do the first 3 verses. I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could break all these chains holding me. I wish I could say all the things I could say. Say 'em loud, say 'em clear, for the whole world to hear. Say 'em loud, say 'em clear, for the whole. I wish I could share all the love in my heart. Remove all the bars that still keep us apart. I wish I could know what it means to be me. Then you'd see and agree everyone should be free. Then you'd see and agree everyone should be free. I wish I could give all I'm longing to give. I wish I could live like I'm longing to live. I wish I could do all the things I can do. Though I'm way overdue, I'd be starting anew. Though I'm way overdue, I'd be starting anew. Thank you. Please be seated for just a minute. Choir, if you want to come ahead for our closing song, that'd be great. One of the best messages I've gotten in a text lately reads like this. Take chances. Tell the truth. Learn to say no. Spend money on the things that you love and care about. Laugh till your stomach hurts. Dance even if you are too bad at it. Pose stupidly for photos. Be childlike. And it went on to say the moral is death is not the greatest loss in life. Loss is when life dies inside you while you are alive. Celebrate this event called life. Go in peace.
We are the power and we know it in our bones. We are not alone and we grow stronger every day. We take down the tyrants with our courage and our spirit. We are strong and we grow stronger every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Fueled by generations, we will not obey. Every day, every day, every day, every day. We are strong and we grow stronger every day. We are the workers, built this nation from the ground. We can shut this whole thing down and we grow stronger every day. Their money and their greed won't bring the people what we need. We are strong, we grow stronger every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Fueled by generations, we will not obey. Every day, every day, every day, every day. We are strong and we grow stronger every day. We are the seeds and we are nurtured by the earth. In darkness is rebirth and we grow stronger every day. We will sing and shout until we force the rich boys out. We are strong, we grow stronger every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Fueled by generations, we will not obey. Every day, every day, every day, every day. We are strong and we grow stronger every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Fueled by generations, we will not obey. Every day, every day, every day, every day. We are strong and we grow stronger every day. We are strong and we grow stronger every day. We are strong and we grow stronger every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day.